Hello again, adventurers, and welcome back to Heroes of the Blocks, the saga where every discovery pulls us deeper into the villagers' forgotten past. Last time, Ollie and his friends braved the Oracle's trials, proving their mind, heart, and soul worthy to wield the Heartblock Key. The journey revealed the truth. Villagers were not simply farmers, librarians, and traders. They were born of balance, both light and shadow. And their origin is sealed behind a colossal gate at the edge of the Skylands, the Door of Origins. Now Ollie stands before that door, with the key pulsing in his hands. But across the void, an army of shadows gathers. The battle for the villagers' true past is about to begin. The Door of Origins was more than stone, it was alive. Carved runes shimmered with shifting light, while veins of obsidian pulsed like a heartbeat. At its center was a great circular lock, shaped perfectly for the Heartblock Key. The door stretched so tall it seemed to pierce the heavens, disappearing into the clouds above. Ollie could only whisper, This is where we came from." Flicker hovered nervously beside him, sparks dripping from her wings. "Ollie, are you sure we want to open it?" Spitbeard spat off the edge of the platform into the void. "It's a door. Doors are for opening. Question is, what's waiting on the other side?" Ollie's grip tightened on the key. He could feel both warmth and cold seeping from it, the light and shadow locked in their eternal tug-of-war. The whispers grew louder now, echoing not just in the cavern, but inside his skull. "Unlock us. Free us. Become what you were meant to be." He shook his head, forcing the voices away. "We'll never know unless we try. But first, we have to survive what's coming." Because the shadows had arrived. Across the endless void, a tide of shadows surged forward. They were no longer formless wisps. They had shape. They had eyes. Villagers twisted by darkness, their faces stretched in silent screams. Hulking beasts of obsidian and smoke. Crawling, insect-like horrors with too many legs and jaws that dripped with black fire. The leader emerged last, a towering figure cloaked in pure night, eyes glowing crimson. His voice rolled across the void like thunder. "Bearer of the key," he boomed. "At last. The villager's last hope. The one foolish enough to awaken what was meant to stay sealed." Ollie stepped forward, chest trembling but unyielding. "Who are you?" "I am Nihil," the shadow answered. "The first guardian. The one your kind abandoned when they chose light over shadow. I am the truth they feared." Flicker gasped. A villager?" The figure's laugh was cold. "I was, and soon so shall you be, when the shadows claim you." The army roared. The platform beneath the door shook. Spitbeard stomped his hooves. "Bah, enough chit-chat, let's fight." The shadows swarmed across the bridge of floating stone leading to the door. Ollie raised his shield as the first wave lunged, blades of shadow striking with inhuman force. He blocked, sparks flying. Flicker darted above, casting blinding light that seared into the creature's eyes. Spitbeard spat globs of glowing acid spit that burned through their smoky forms. But for every shadow they cut down, 3 more rose. "This isn't working!" Ollie shouted. "The key!" Flicker cried. "Use it!" Ollie held it high. The heartblock pulsed, releasing a shockwave of light and darkness together. Shadows screamed, disintegrating into smoke. But Ollie staggered. The power drained him like water pouring from a broken bucket. Nihil raised a hand. The shadows paused, retreating to the edges of the bridge. His crimson gaze bored into Ollie. "Do you feel it, boy? The key's power tearing through you? It was never meant for one so small." Ollie gritted his teeth. "Maybe I'm small, but I'm not giving up." The lock on the door shifted, glowing faintly. Runes blazed across its surface. Flicker gasped. "Ollie, I think it's responding to you. You weakened the shadows, and now it's waking up." Ollie stared at the massive lock. "Then maybe that's the answer. If I can turn all the seals, we can open it." Spitbeard spat onto the ground. "Or unleash something worse." Nihil's voice rumbled. "Open the door, boy. See what your kind hid from you. See the curse you were too weak to face? Ollie raised the key again. This time, instead of blasting outward, he pressed it into the lock. The runes lit up, the first of 3 great rings clicking into place. The door trembled. The army of shadows howled. As the second ring began to glow, Ollie staggered. Visions ripped through his mind. He saw villagers, not as he knew them, but as warriors, wielding staffs of light and blades of shadow. He saw them building, not huts, but temples and fortresses, protectors, defenders, guardians. But then he saw betrayal, factions splitting, light against shadow, fear, doubt, and finally, the choice to forget, to abandon power, to become simple, to hide the truth behind the door of origins, and standing apart from them was Nihil. The vision faded. Ollie gasped, dropping to one knee. Flicker rushed to him. "Ollie, what did you see?" Ollie whispered. We weren't just villagers. We were guardians. And Nihil, he was one of us." Nihil's laughter shook the platform. "Now you understand. They abandoned me. They abandoned shadow. They abandoned balance. And so they doomed themselves." The shadows attacked again, fiercer than before. Ollie fought with renewed strength, the visions fueling his determination. "I won't let history repeat," he shouted, driving the key into the second ring. It clicked, glowing brilliantly. The door roared like a living beast. The third and final ring lit faintly, waiting. But Ollie collapsed, the key nearly slipping from his hands. I can't." His body shook, drained of energy. Flicker clutched his shoulder. "You're not alone, Ollie. Remember what the oracle said. Mind, heart, soul. You don't carry this burden by yourself." Spitbeard stomped forward, planting himself between Ollie and the shadows. "Let me handle some of this. I've got more spit where that came from." The llama launched volley after volley of glowing spit, each glob bursting like a miniature explosion. Shadows hissed and scattered. Flicker zipped into the air, forming a radiant barrier of sparks that shielded Ollie. Ollie forced himself up, gripping the key tighter. Together, we can do this. The lock blazed. The key pulsed like it was alive, eager to complete its purpose. Ollie raised it high, but this time he didn't do it alone. Flicker pressed her tiny hands against the key, channeling her light. Spitbeard stomped his hooves, sending a surge of stubborn strength through the ground into Ollie's arms. The key glowed brighter than ever before. Light and shadow swirled in perfect balance. With a final cry, Ollie thrust it into the lock. Click. The third ring turned. The door of origins thundered, shaking the very Skylands. The runes blazed across its surface, brighter than the sun. The shadows screamed, recoiling. Nihil roared in fury, and slowly. The door began to open. A crack appeared down the center, spilling golden light into the void. The air grew warm, alive with energy. Whispers filled Ollie's ears, not dark whispers this time, but a chorus of voices, gentle and strong. "Welcome, child of villagers. Welcome home." Ollie stepped forward, his breath catching. Inside the crack, he glimpsed a world beyond imagination. Endless fields of crystal, rivers of light, towers built of both stone and shadow intertwined. A world where villagers walked tall, proud, unafraid. Flicker's eyes widened. "It's beautiful," Spitbeard muttered, for once too awed to spit. "Blimey." But Nihil's roar cut through the moment. "No! It is mine!" He surged forward, his body expanding into a colossal shadow, wings of smoke unfurling across the void. The army of shadows screamed with him, rushing toward the door. Ollie planted himself before the door, the Heartblock Key glowing in his hands. "This isn't yours, Nihil," he shouted. "This belongs to all villagers, the forgotten truth of who we are." Nihil's crimson eyes blazed. "Then let it consume you, boy. Let it turn you into me." The shadows struck. Ollie raised the key, unleashing a blinding wave of balance, light and shadow together, not in conflict, but in harmony. The shadows shrieked, unraveling. The army dissolved into smoke. Nihil staggered, his form flickering. "Impossible! You cannot wield both!" Ollie shouted, voice breaking. "I'm not wielding it alone. I have my friends, and that's what makes me strong." Flicker poured her light into the wave. Spitbeard stomped and spat, his stubborn fire fueling it further. Together the blast expanded, consuming Nihil. The shadow screamed, fragments breaking away. For just a moment, Ollie saw his true face, a villager weary and lost. Then he vanished, swallowed by the light. Silence fell. The last of the shadows faded into the void. The door of origins groaned, its crack widening into a passage. Golden light spilled forth, bathing Ollie and his friends. Warmth filled Ollie's chest, not draining, but healing. Flicker floated to his shoulder, her tiny face glowing with awe. "You did it, Ollie. You really did it." Spitbeard gave a short nod. "Aye, not bad, for a villager." Ollie stared at the open doorway. Beyond it lay the truth, the answers, the origin of his people. His hand trembled, but he smiled. This is just the beginning. And with the key still glowing in his grip, Ollie stepped through the door. And so, adventurers, the door of origins has been opened. The shadows have been defeated, for now, and Ollie, Flicker, and Spitbeard step into a world that may finally reveal the truth of the villagers, where they came from, why they hid their past, and what dangers still wait beyond. But every door hides secrets, and some secrets are more dangerous than any shadow. That, friends, is a story for the next chapter of Heroes of the Blocks. If this episode left you stunned, don't miss out. Go back and binge the entire Heroes of the Blocks series from episode 1. Every clue, every whisper, every fight has led to this moment. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you're ready for episode 9. Because what Ollie finds beyond the door will change everything. Because remember, in Minecraft, every block has a story.